Hey everyone, Lakia Robinson here, and I am super excited about this video. I am going to share with you how to, or what type of graphics you can create as an entrepreneur, blogger, author, creative. I am going to show you how to do this. Now, it's not going to be really hands-on where I am going to show you how to actually edit this, because you can use this in Canva, you can use this in PicMonkey, Photoshop. I just want to get you inspired on what you can start creating for your business or your brand. And so a few things before we jump into it. I want you to know that you can create whatever you want to create. So you can change the dimension. So for instance, this is a Pinterest graphic. You can change this to a Instagram post, or you can create a graphic for Twitter. Whatever you want, whatever you need, you can do that. But I'm just going to give you some examples, and remember, it's interchangeable, so you can change it across the board for whatever you want to create, a blog post, all of that great stuff. Also, you can create, you can put your brand on there if you want. You can take it off if you want. But remember, whatever you create, it's all up to you. And I'm going to focus on two different categories: informational content or products, or promotional content. Either way, you're going to walk away with inspiration on what you can do to really focus on, to help you focus in on your brand or business. So let's get started. So the first thing I want to share with you is your blog post. So you can create images specifically for your blog post. And as you can see, I just went ahead and created this blog post, whatever this topic is about. I made sure I put the website on there, the logo, or whatever certifications need to go on below there. It could be your name, whatever, and then you can put a nice graphic that reflects what the title is about. And this one, what I did was the same exact post on all of them. It's the same exact blog post. So I just created different images to go and accompany it. So new collar workers, 6 months to a hot in-demand career, and I put the website again and the logo, and I just went ahead and created various ones. So blog posts. Now you can go ahead and use quotes. So this can be a promotional graphic if you want, where you can put in your actual book or your product or service. You can put that in there. You can take a quote from out of your book and put that here so that you can, highlight that, and you can tell people, hey, you can purchase your copy today, or if it's not ready for purchase, available on whatever date, and then give them the website to where they can do that. And then of course you can put your graphic in there that really reflects what this topic is about, or the book is about, or your product or service. Also, I like to create graphics that will highlight who you are. It's the same exact thing as I did here, but I wanted to make sure and give a lot of emphasis to who this person was. And so I wanted to put that social media element in there, and then the same thing, asking a question, but then bringing content from that book on to this graphic, and then of course the website to where they can actually go straight there. Now I would recommend, of course, you can put / wherever this is at, or you can do a bit.ly link where you can go straight to bit.ly and create a custom link for that, so that people can easily just look at it and say, okay, bit.ly.com / delegation, and that's it. But you don't want to have this huge long URL, because you'll get people confused on how to get there. All right, so that's that. You can also create graphics that will highlight your courses, your product and services again. And this is the 6 P's to public speaking. So obviously I want to capture the attention of people who are interested in public speaking. So I'm going to grab images that reflect that, and I'm going to let them know, hey, this is a free course. After they've seen public speaking, hey, this really pertains to me. Free, okay, e-course, awesome. And you can put this on Pinterest, and again, you can change the dimensions and put it on Facebook or Instagram, however you want to do that. And there's another example that I did. I used the same exact format, which a lot of times you can just crank these out. You have something like this, you can do a little something different. Hey, I want you to check this out. Change the image in the background, move this element over, change the color, all of that, which is why I really love Canva. And I tell people you might want to use Canva because it's so easy to just duplicate. And I'll just show you really quick. I don't have enough, but if I wanted to duplicate this, all I would need to do is just click on there. And the reason why I can't do that right now is because I have too many. You can only do 30 in one work session. And so I have like a lot of these right here. So I could technically, let me just go ahead and delete. But I can just come up here and say, I want to duplicate that. And voila. Then I can come in here and change to whatever I want it to be. So, but remember, this is not, I'm not gonna show you how to do all of this. I just want to give you examples. All right, so you can also create quotes. Just simply going in here, blank background, grabbing some text, putting the author's name, crediting them. Or you can even come in here and write your favorite quote that you've done and your name on there and add your logo down here or not. And so you can create just quotes, regular quotes. You can also come in here and create brand quotes. So like I was just saying, something that you pretty much like or a reflection of your brand, you can come in here and say that I really quote this a lot and people know me by this. So you can come in here and create that and put a social link or a username back to your profile on social media, or you can put your website address on there. You can also focus on like products and services. So if you wrote an article, you can also do it this way too. I know we just went over that, but you can come in here and do your products. This is actually a product, how to use short articles to sell tons of products and services. You can take that, create it, and then once you post it, then that's where the link would go. So you don't have to have your link on here every single time. Although it could be helpful if people try to steal it online or borrow it. You can put your website address below or your logo or however you want to do that. But it's pretty much up to you. But if you post it, definitely put the link back to where they can find this product or service. You can also take your brand and plaster it everywhere. So this is pretty much a testimonial. So what are people saying about your products and services? What are people saying about your website? What are people saying about you or for your coaching services? You can come in here, and this is specifically for the training center. You can come in here, you can add that person's picture. You can show people where, information, where they can find you, phone number, email address, and then give a quote to what this person says. Now, this was a video testimonial. So I just took a screenshot of the girl's face, put it in there, and a bite of what she said, put that in there, and I said, hey, listen to her story. And so when I posted it, I was able to put, hey, check this out, learn of her story here, and then put the actual link to the video. And then I also did the same thing for this young lady. And as you can see, when you look at this, they're pretty much the same thing. You don't have to keep doing the same thing. You don't have to try to think of something new over and over again. You can create a format and then switch it up. Maybe switch up the colors. Like, for instance, this right here. Same exact graphic, same elements, but I just changed this color, that color, that color, this color, this and that, just so that it will give me a variety. And then I also did the same down here. I changed it up, which you can see it's a little different here, but I changed it up, put the information from here up here, and then I changed the direction or the placement of the actual photos. and I just changed it up. And then I came down here, copied it, and did something different. And then I just kept going. So that's something that you can do with testimonials. You can also create graphics that will be helpful to your brand. So I created this just because I wanted to use it for one of my products, my social media success kit. I created this because I wanted to show people there's actually a funnel to help you visually grasp what's going on. So I wanted to show people, hey, these are people that are on this platform, and then you get them funneled over to your blog and your website, and then they turn into leads and then potentially sales, and then you can determine your return on investment. So with this though, once I created it in here, I was able to download as a PNG file. So I didn't necessarily have to have that white background. I could just have just the graphics, so I can put it on a black background, a red background, whatever color, just didn't have to be white. But so I would PNG it and then put it on a transparent background, download. And so you don't have to be limited in just saying, okay, I'm going to create blog posts or quotes. You can actually create graphics, which is like informational, or infographics is what you would say. And so you could also create something that gives a little bit of information about your book, or I chose this book genres that make the most money. I just went online, typed in this because the course that I was promoting, I wanted to give some information. I wanted to attract authors. And so I went online, found some fun facts, and I just created this infographic. But I also made sure that I put in a hashtag that they can put on there, and you can also put your website with your logo. And people do this all the time on Pinterest. So these facts, boom, they can share that on Pinterest, and you're getting the credit for that. People are coming back to your website, or people are typing in this actual hashtag because it's just a promotional thing. Honestly, it's informational that's going to lead to getting people to buy something from you. And so here's another thing I created. It's not the best, but Amazon Kindle Publishing. I wanted to say, let people know, hey, this is me, the brand, and I'm going to give you some quick tips. And so I gave them some information that I just Googled to find, and then I put it on there. And then, here's the same thing, but with the website address at the bottom. So another thing you can create is just like some of your famous quotes, and I talked about that a little bit earlier, but I wanted to give you a Twitter example. So this is just a quote, very basic, image right here, background, put in a quote, the name of the person, and then the actual logo. You can do the same exact thing for your stuff. Another thing that you can do, you can create some workbooks. Now, I absolutely love workbooks because this is like something that you can give away as your lead magnet. So you can create this thing, and depending on what size you use in Canva, and let me just go back here real quick and scroll up. Whenever you create something, they will help you by giving you templates to help you. So if I'm going to create a design and I click on US letter, accidentally did that, they're going to give me a lot of options on how to do that, or options like right over here. So Canva layouts, things that they have already come up with that you can use. And some of them are free, some of them are paid, but you can go in here and get inspiration and just either go ahead and click on there and then it changes the background, or you can actually just design it yourself. And so when I clicked on that, they give me the cover photo, what should be inside the booklet, and it's awesome. And you just keep clicking on there and it'll take over the whole page. But I created this because I wanted to share some proven theories and strategies for entrepreneurs. So I came in here, wrote the reason why this was important to people, and then I also image right here, told them, hey, let's get social. And then once they could actually click on there, it would link them to an outside destination. So if I clicked here, when of course you download it, it will be an actual PDF file. So this is pretty cool about Canva because you can come in here and put links. So let's say if I want to go ahead and click on there, I can come up here and add a link. So Antion.com or whatever, and then I would apply it. And then, like I said, once you download it as a PDF file, of course, all pages download. Then once the actual download is ready and available, you can go in there, click, and it'll link you to outside. I also put a video in there. Made sure that click to tweet was on here, which I will do a separate tutorial on how to do that. But your click to tweet is awesome because what if you have a quote from your book, or what if you have a saying that you love to say over and over again, but you want other people to share that? You can come in here, write the name of that quote, or, well, this is how I did it in this particular one. Write the actual name of it, the person who's written it, and then the actual quote itself. And so here I told people, hey, I want you to practice. Click me to tweet. So once they click on this in the PDF document, it would link them to Twitter where they can actually create the tweet to go out to their people. Already done. So they don't have to sit here, oh, I really like this quote, let me copy it and paste it. No. All they have to do is click on here. It'll take them to Twitter and they can share it on Twitter. And so I just went throughout the book like that. I also made sure I incorporated some content, some products and services. So if this was a lead magnet and people were able to download it, then they can come in here and say, wow, let me click on here, check out the 7-figure guide to automate my empire. They can click on here and they're linking them straight to the product. So think like that in creating workbooks. What can you give your audience of what you have already that can be informational, but also promote yourself too? Now, PowerPoint slides. You can use this to create PowerPoint slides. And by the way, this was a workbook. I think I said that in the beginning, but now you can look at it and say, okay, I want to do a PowerPoint slide. A lot of times you go into PowerPoint or Share Slide or Evernote, and they may not have like the best backgrounds, but you can create your own. And so I think sometimes you can have like your layouts here, which is pretty much frames, or you can come here. It's not popping up, but I just created this. So I just took an image, put that on there, made sure I put this there, told people, hey, you know, when people are on the actual PowerPoint, they can see, hey, text, tweet, email, message your friends. It's not too late for the webinar. This might actually be the name of the webinar or the link so people can go to the webinar. So LaKeyaRobinson.com/whatever, or your bit.ly link. And then these are the things that they'll see. These are the actual slides that they'll see inside the presentation. So it would be, you'd have your bullet points. Gonna show you, and then basically that's how it would be. But the thing is, you wouldn't have that until you exported this into your Google Slides or your PowerPoint. So this would actually, you would download this and then upload them to Microsoft or your PowerPoint presentation, and then you would use their bullet points to actually do that. Make sure you put your copyright. And then again, this is something that I created because you want to sell a product and you want to do a free webinar. So you want to let people know, hey, this is what's going on. This is the opening slide. And then this is what you will have for your remainder of your slides. So those are some things that you can do to brand yourself on your PowerPoints. You can also do podcast promotional posts. So once your podcast is done, hey, you can go in there, put this person's image and put a quote from them from the actual podcast, or you can promote it and say, hey, this is where you can go to get a hold of episode 7, because I'm the host, and this is where you can find all of this, and this is the person that I'm interviewing, and this is their name and what they do, and I'm going to give you tips and strategies on how to, and what we talked about. You can also do it this way as well. So there's so many different things that you can do to promote your content. But I want you guys to think, do I have a podcast? What can I put in my podcast? How can I use this to put it on automate and put it out every single day, and you can create this up. So I want you to think in terms of this. And also, guys, feel free to pause this at any time so that you can write this down or do a screenshot and figure out how you're going to actually do this when you start your products or projects. You can also use this for your teleseminars, your summits, whatever that is. It's something that I created. These were live calls that she did, and so I wanted to make sure her name was up here, her image, her name, let people know who she's interviewing, the actual mission behind the summit, the website name, and then I'm telling people, hey, this is what we're going to discuss on the actual call. And then these are the details. The actual date, the times in different time zones with special guests, and then the actual summit itself. And of course, I just duplicated it because she had a call like every other day. So I'm like, I don't want to sit here and think of like creative ways to make this look or pop. People just were interested. They knew what they're going to get every single time, and I just changed up the images. And so, of course, you can go ahead and copy it and then just change up the person, change up the time, change up what you will discuss. And I just kept rolling. All right. You can also promote your webinars. So you can create graphics where it focuses on your webinars. So I'm going to tell you exactly what you can get on this webinar and the different bullet points that we'll go over, and tell them, hey, sign up. And of course, when you download it, you can put the link there, or you can type the link in here. And then you can also we talked about it a little earlier, but I wanted to show you another example. Should have did it earlier, but taking quotes from what other people have said and finding an image, putting your quote in there, and then having the option to put your logo there as well. And so these are just ways that you can use Canva or another photo editing software to come up with some quality content that you can push out to your readers, your subscribers. Have these different things that you can use to get your content out there. So blog posts, quotes, your brand photos, book quotes from your actual book or someone else's. You can create infographics. You can create testimonials. You can do workbooks, PowerPoints, podcasts, conferences or teleseminars, webinar promotions, and they can be inspirational or informational or promotional. Whatever you want to do, you can put your logo on there, you can take it off, you can create different dimensions and sizes. You can use them for, let me just look, change dimensions. Actually, no, I want to magic resize. You can do them for Twitter posts. You can do it for just social media in general, Pinterest, Facebook, Tumblr, Instagram, blog posts, magazine. You can do all of this on Canva, which is awesome. Business cards. But this is just, I was just showing you some things that you can do for your business and brand. And so just wanted to show you that, and I hope you have fun.